All right, today the wind just picked up as soon as I turned on the camera. We're going to look at something called Hot Wheels skates. This one is the Tour de Fast car and the Stalk and Shred board. Here's a picture of it on the back of this card, which is a totally different one. But unfortunately, if you want to know what the name of this is, they didn't print any of the names on the cards, unlike the single ones. If you're used to getting the single boards for $3, you know that there's a name for the board in between the shoes and the board. On the back, you're like, well, it's on the back. No, and even for the single boards, they have it, and then they have their 5. On this one, they just have the other 5. This one's not on the back. So, you know, you have to figure it out as you go. Now, another thing that you might want to know is, like, well, aren't these really expensive? They normally are. They're $3.50 right now at my Walmart. So if you can get there in time, hope you can find some for yourself. This car is not one of my favorite cars. It's, yeah, look on the ugly side. It's Tour de Fast, but maybe it'll look better out of the package because sometimes they do that to me. The shoes are Vans. Wow, I just did one with Vans, so we're about to do a little bit, you know, mix and match here. And then the board, it's got a metallic finish to it. So for $3.50, you're paying $3 for this and 50 cents for that. Plus, none of the $2.99 ones have metallic finishes on, so that's another thing. You get all the pieces out. And right away, I see some really nice looking. This right here is really looking good. Sometimes they surprise me. Sometimes it's really bland, or you know, it's just solid colors, mostly for the most part. This is dynamic. Now, there's always an issue with the bubbling on these, the grip tape. Like the grip tape, they don't even really, I don't know. It's not pushed down and it's got little bubble air things in it, like it's wrinkled. Maybe it's something to do with the metallic processing. I don't know. I haven't had that issue until I got these. All right, so this is a more modern skateboard because it's got a double tail or double nose or however you want to look at it. It's double tail because it goes up. And it's all completely rounded, not blunt like I'm used to. But let's look at that board real quick. That's a nice looking skull with some dragon skulls, and of course the Tony Hawk skull, which is, you know, a hawk. And then we got some looks like hawk dragons at the top. Very nice. I like the Hardee's colors to it. That makes me want to go out and get some Hardee's. Speaking of Hardee's, we got some Hardee's shoes right here. Now the colors of the shoes, it's mostly just blue and orange. Blue painted on orange with a little tiny white. It looks like a whoosh symbol. Now what you do with the shoes, in case you didn't know, is you slide off the sole. So now you have no sole, but you're skating without a sole. All right, you put the little shoe on the board. You put your fingers in this and you pretend like you're a skater. You use both of them, but I don't want to waste your time with something so trivial. This is not what I do with them. I use the skateboards for my fashion figures or my 12-inch figures. You know, these shoes are too small for Ken's feet if you're thinking about using them for that. But if you have an older, what is he called? Kevin from the 90s, they'll fit him. They'll also fit Scott and a few other figures. One of the things I like to do is I like to take the soles off of them and rearrange them so it gives them a little bit more color. And that's probably not the best match, but it's not that terribly bad. And of course, the shoes are left and right, so make sure you got that correct. So it's not that bad though. So we got left and right side. Yeah, I don't know, that looks pretty good. Plus it's got orange right there, so it kind of matches with it. And that's not that bad either. So I think I'm gonna go and rearrange these and have it to be the way the shoes should be. They'll have more color to them. Looks like a little bit more depth to them. Yeah, there we go. So what do you think? Now, a lot of you didn't come here for this. You came here for the car. And I understand. Let's take a look at this car. Before I put the board away, I probably should do some comparison with the artwork. The boards and the cars have the same, well, they complement each other. It may not be perfectly the same. Like that's definitely the Tony Hawk skull, but you don't see the dragons on this one. On the side, you can see a little bit more of like the Hawk, and it says Tony Hawk, Hot Wheels. Also on this side, it just looks like a gremlin to me. I don't like this car. It's got a little motorcycle at the top. So they got a lot of extreme sports ideas. So this is Tour de Fast. This was first, the mold was first made in 2016. On the bottom, we can clearly tell that that is plastic. The top part's metal. That's our buns to the sandwich. There's clearly a black part as the well, I don't think it's gonna be the same black as this. So it must be two different black parts, because the interior is usually this, like this is the bottom, then there's the interior, and then there's the windows, and then there's the top. So it's like a sandwich. They put them together, 4 slabs of, well, I won't say plastic because one of them is metal, and it's the top one in this situation. So let's take a look at that paint job again. All right, let's see how it rolls. Look at the mags. I like the chrome blue on there. It looks pretty good. It's a very nice roller. It's very smooth. As my cat was prancing in the background. Yeah, it's a very smooth, and it's kind of heavy. It's got a little bit of heft to it. Usually when the metal is the top part, they got more heft to them anyway. You know that. You guys are collectors too. You guys have been doing this for longer than I have. I mean, collecting Hot Wheels cars, because I've only been collecting them since the 70s. Some of you guys are older than me and collecting them since the 60s. Well, they came out, what, 68? So you only have a few years on me there. All right, but y'all might have got Matchbox since the 1900s, early 1900s. All right, well, thanks for watching, and let me know if this is one of the ones you're going to pick up. And if you didn't get it for $3.50, let me know what you paid for it. I'm just curious. And if you think that $6 is a good deal, I mean, I'm not dissing you guys who do. Let me know why you think so, because I'm just curious. You know, maybe I'm just don't understand the concept of paying twice as much for that. Have a great day.